this is not just an entity being birthed out of isolation. It's being birthed out of a community of people whose desires to help other people. And that's what we're seeing here popping off in the chat. And that's the reason why the chat room is being painted yellow, orange, red, green, and all kinds of things, because they understand that what they're sowing into is fertile ground. And they know that if they come
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys taking the time to stop in. If you're new to the channel and you don't know me, my name is Chris Giles, aka DJ Mastermind. On this channel, we talk everything tech, gaming, and streaming related. We're super excited to be here with you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping in. We're just ready to jump in it today. Today, again, testing out. We've been testing out a bunch of different things lately. Today, what we're testing out is Amazon Live. You are the main channel, but we're testing streaming you to YouTube as well, just to kind of see how that works out for us. We're already in the background messing with some stuff, so we kind of got those open to see, what happens, to see if they like the same information that we give you guys. We appreciate you guys' support. And of course, you guys get the better end of the stick because you actually get to see what we're talking about. So, you get it. Yep, sorry. Trying to fix some windows as we speak right now, huh? No, I don't know. It's that fun stuff, when you're testing a bunch of stuff and you're like, let's see how this works. Cool. But again, on this channel, if you're unfamiliar, if you're new to this channel, on this channel we talk everything tech, gaming, and streaming related. We appreciate you guys stopping in. You know what? I was talking to somebody today and they reminded me that, guess what? You know what is, I guess technically it's not next week. It's a little less than 2 weeks, but Valentine's Day. And we always talk about on Valentine's Day, you're talking about the flowers, the chocolate, kind of the little cute knickknacks and things like that. Even if you look on my screen right now, wrong screen. If you look on my screen right now, the first thing that Amazon kind of has on its desktop is some little, let's see if I can get that up. On the Amazon screen, they're trying to show you these little, what you need for your partners and kids, pets and friends and families. And what I realized is, what about the gamers? What about the gamers? What about the tech heads? Where are the Valentine's Day gift for the tech person in your life? So I think what we're going to do this week, again, because we're going to be here live, 2 p.m. every day, 8 days of live streaming. We're super excited to jump into that this month of February. But this week, and maybe in the next week, we're just going to be talking about every possible gift that you can get for Valentine's Day for the gamer, the tech person, the live streamer in your life. And what better way to get started than today? We'll get it started with Gaming PCs. So what we did was we ran through the Amazon site, because what I want to do, I want to see what Amazon recommends, right? I'll try to go into an incognito window on Google and see. If I type in Gaming PCs, what's up, my man Monty in the house? We are live for sure. But if we're talking, gaming PCs, I want to know what Amazon is talking about. Like, what are you recommending? What are they trying to sell you? And the thing I like to do is I like to be honest. I want to see, is this the right gift for that person in your life? Because the main thing we want to do is make sure you get the right piece of equipment or the right setup for what you need, for your needs. So cool. So we're going to jump right in. What's going on, Sharon, over on YouTube? Appreciate you stopping in. Chocolate is overrated. I like chocolate in my everyday life, so I'm not gonna say it's overrated. But I definitely don't want it for a holiday. I need something with a little more. Bang for my holiday. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching, I'm just going to let you know there's going to be some things that I talk about that you won't be able to see because this is technically an Amazon live stream. So on the Amazon side, when you're there, you actually get to see a lot of the products that we're talking about. But I just wanted to try it out just to see if the audience, how it engages. Again, I can talk about anything tech, gaming, and streaming related. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat along those subjects. But, we're just going to hop right in. So again, if you're on the Amazon side, you get the benefit of seeing the exact products in your carousel, so you can click on them and check them out for yourself. What I will be doing, obviously, is showing it to you live on the screen so we can do some reviews. Again, these products that we're going to be talking about today, these are gaming PCs. I literally just went to Amazon and searched it because I wanted to see what is it that they're trying to recommend to people, and let's go through and see, are these actually the best gifts for that person in your life. So feel free, again, drop your questions in the chat if you have any questions about some specific stuff. Yep. So But let's go in. First computer up. Okay. We're looking at the first one up I found was the MSI MPG Trident. So if you're new to the channel and you're not familiar with kind of what we like around here, we kind of have a few things that we stick by. And we stick by one because we know that they work. It's not this is not a paid stream, so anything I say today is my opinion and my opinion only. So jumping in, the first thing we're always going to look at when we're looking at a computer. Also a disclaimer when we're talking about computers and PCs, I want to always say I may start off by saying gaming PC, but keep in mind that these PCs are built, they're essentially built powerful enough where you can, it's not just about gaming specifically. It's going to be about if you're into editing, if you're into video, if you're into, you know, anything that's taxing on a computer and you need a, and especially, you know, live streaming specifically, right? Those are the kind of specs that we're going to look for in these computers. So if you need something a little bit different, just let me know. Again, obviously I can point you in the right direction of those kind of things, but specifically we always call them gaming computers just because that's kind of the new moniker. That's what people kind of roll with now, right? So again, first one up is going to be the MSI MPG Trident 3. So a lot of digits and all that on there. MSI is a very reputable company. I've heard a lot of stuff from them. They do hardware builds. They also do, they sell motherboards with processors on them. So you've probably heard of MSI a lot in the computing space and the gaming space more specifically for what they are capable of doing. What's up, Nick? Appreciate you dropping in on the YouTube side. Appreciate that, man. So we're gonna be looking today right at the So we start off when we're looking at the computer. First thing we're gonna be looking at is we're always looking at the processor. That's what I'm always looking for up front. Again, personal preference. That's what I'm looking for. So with that, I'm also trying to get used to this new setup, guys. So if you see me looking all the way around, it's because I'm trying to figure out which is the best way to set up my monitors because I have too many. But first thing we're going to look at, we're going to be looking at the processor space, right? So in the processor, what we want to look at first is what kind of processor, what's the company. Personally, I'm an Intel guy through and through. I'm always going to recommend an Intel to you. There is AMD. That's what's up, Nick. You said you met Monty. Yeah, that's my boy, man. He's actually the one that got me on Amazon Live. I joined one of his courses talking about YouTube, and he was like, hey, there's this new thing coming out called Amazon Live. You should check it out. And I was like, all right, cool. I jumped right in head first. As you can see, my YouTube channel looks nothing like my Amazon Live channel. So super excited. I definitely love the Amazon Live side more. Just the community, man. I get to talk to a lot more people starting out. So it's pretty cool. So, but again, we're going to Intel first. So the thing that I'm always looking at with the Intel is going to be which model it is. So if you look right here, this particular one is the i7, Intel Core i7. I like the i series of processors. They work really well for me on the gaming side, and when I do live events, different products like that. So when I DJ or anything like that, they work really well. So I truly enjoy the Intel chips. I'll recommend them over AMD any day. There's probably somebody in the audience that would go, I'd rather have an AMD, and that's cool. It's all to your opinion. Intels have always worked great for me. So if we're looking at Intel chips and we're talking about building a gaming PC, the first thing I'm going to tell you is minimum requirement for me is an i5. It has to be an i5. And i7 is going to be what I recommend. I'm going to recommend you get an i7. Again, i5 minimum, i7 recommended. i9, you're killing it. Like, that's a killer processor. I'm looking forward to building something with i9 in it. Hopefully coming soon. We're going to see. So hopefully soon. Next thing you're always going to look at, again, because we're talking gaming PC, is graphics card for me. Because again, you're gaming, or if you're you're gaming, or again, video processing, audio production. If you're doing live streaming, you're going to need your video processor for these things. So I always make sure to check which graphics card it comes with. Again, when we come down here, not sponsored, but I am an NVIDIA guy through and through. So being an NVIDIA guy, what does that mean? That means I want a GeForce, NVIDIA GeForce graphics card in my PC. So we're looking at the 2060 right now, which is, it's kind of a mid-range. It's kind of a mid-range graphics card. Like this thing, it's killer. Like I'm running a, what do I have? I think I'm running a 1080. I think I forgot now. Is it 1080 or 2080? I think I'm running a 1080 in mine now. But now it got me wondering if it's a 2080. Ha! See, now I gotta look, guys. Let me look real quick because I always like to do what I like to do is try to compare them to give you guys an idea because I know what I use. You know what I mean? So, Shay said you build computers. I do not. I do not build them. I do spec them so that I can pay somebody else to build them. To be perfectly honest, because I just don't want to mess it up. I've been watching a lot of PC builds lately, so I might, as a hobby, I might. I mean, it actually be pretty cool to actually do it as one of these Amazon live streams to go on and see what what I can build from Amazon. I've been watching a lot of the Linus. I've been watching a lot of the Linus Tech Tips stuff where they're building all kind of computers from like Wish and all these places. And I'm like, man, could I build a dope computer from Amazon? Which I obviously think is possible because Amazon can get anything, so it's kind of an unfair advantage, right? So, trying to check on my graphics card real quick because now I'm wondering. I'm actually curious now. Let's see. Device specs, processor, i7, 16 gigs of RAM. Man, I can't find it. It's not coming in fast enough. He said I use Mac. Man, I was a Mac guy for a long time, mainly because of DJing and music production. I literally only got back into PCs because I started gaming, and there was no real good way to game on a Mac. Not easily, not to get everything that you want, you know. But I appreciate that, Sharon. I hope it'll be a beast. I'd be scared I'd plug in the wrong thing. And you know what? My number one thing that I'm not great at cable management. I keep taking pictures of the studio here, and every first comment I get is, "Hey, bro, you want some zip ties to get your cables in order?" So, cool. Oh, it is a 2080. I don't know why I was confused. All right, cool. So I'm running a 2080 on my desktop now, and then I have a 1050 Ti in my laptop that I'm currently used to game. Technically, I use my desktop to game when I'm not streaming, but when I'm streaming, I have to use my laptop. So that's kind of where we're at there. Cool. So back to this MSI. So to give you guys a good idea, it's using a 2060 card. So one of the things I like to do is literally I just go to Google and I'll type in, RTX 2060 versus the 2080 because that's what I got, right? Yo, I gotta know. Can you guys hear that banging in the background? I guess that's the one thing about being in a apartment complex because these people, yo, I swear they're like building a new apartment upstairs, like literally, like they're just banging all day, all night. I know, totally off subject. I need to look on Amazon and see if they got soundproofing because that's what I need right now. Because it is like, what in the world are y'all doing? It'd be funny if they were watching. Like I want them to watch so I can be like, yeah, you guys are horrible neighbors. Thanks. Anyway, back to it. So I checked out this site called GPU.user benchmark. This particular site is pretty cool because it allows you to check out not only GPUs or graphics processors, but CPUs for computing process it. Yeah, that's me. I always forget to turn the music all the way down. I gotta put that in my settings. There you go. Music should be gone now. That's on purpose, but accident at the same time. The music, just so you know. But right in here, you can just compare them. So the 2060 is what comes with that one. I have the 2080 in my desktop. So you kind of get to see how they rate up against each other. Again, the 2080 is going to be the newer graphics card. So you can kind of see. But look, even in comparison, obviously the one I'm using right now is better. But what you have to check out is what game do you play? Do you play Fortnite? You're getting 131 frames per second in a Fortnite. which is actually, I mean, that's really, really good. It's way better than a lot of people. So you're a little lower. You're in the 46th percentile or the 46th ranking. So it's not the top of the quality. It's not the best of the best, but guess what? It is a decent graphics card to get started at. Again, a lot of these things you're gonna get. You're gonna be based off of how much you pay for the individual parts. Generally speaking, is kind of how you're gonna get the better rating, unless you're like digging, right? So, but I always want to make sure it has a GeForce card in it. Again, made by NVIDIA. So the first two things are always making sure it's an Intel CPU and a NVIDIA graphics card. So, sorry, I'm super distracted. That's super annoying. But where we at? So then on top of that, next thing is always going to be RAM. So RAM, RAM, stands for Random Access Memory. For if you're not familiar with it, just to give you a very quick idea overview of what RAM is the fast memory. It's the memory for your computer that keeps it going, that keeps it working. The more RAM you have, generally, the faster your computer will be. And again, that's relative to your actual CPU, GPU stuff. But that's what we're mainly going to be talking about. There is RAM. Again, 8 gigs of RAM is a absolute minimum. Absolute minimum. It's an absolute minimum, but a 16 gigs of RAM is what I recommend. Recommend hands down for anything. If you can get 32 or more, though, like that's going to be a killer system. So that's kind of where we rate those things. So again, this one has 16 gigs, so it fits right at the recommended range for me. And again, every time I rate something, it's going to be minimum, recommended, killer. And so this one's going to be right in the recommended level. Let's see what else we got. Then we're going to check for hard drive space. So in the hard drive space, it's just going to be based on what you play and how much space that you need currently. What I always try to remind people, depending on what kind of games you play, if you're playing like a Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Fortnite, man, these games are taking up 80 gigs of hard drive space individually. And so they're taking up 80 gigs individually. So again, if you have 3 games on there, you're talking about 240 gigs worth of space already. So then that's why you got to kind of measure this out. This one's pretty cool. It has like a hybrid drive basically. So what it does is it has 512 gigs on the SSD and then a terabyte separate hard drive, which again gives you 1.5 terabytes of hard drive space. So again, depending on what you're saving, if you're saving videos, if you're saving audio files, if you're doing audio production, so you're saving like whole sessions, you're gonna take a lot of space up with that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. I have about 2 terabytes on mine, and I think I'm using a terabyte currently. So just keep that in mind as you move forward. Let's see. So for the build, what we're looking at, USB Type C. Let's see, this one looks like they did red instead of blue, but you have the 3.0. If you see the little lightning bolt, let you know that it's powered, and then you have the USB-C in there as well on the side. This one's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool design, so you'd be looking at it like that, like, oh, do I like the design? Personally, I would want something a little bit bigger so I can expand it. This one doesn't look as easily expandable. It's interesting they took this picture upside down, right? I guess technically it's not upside down, but it's weird that they put the panel in. I guess in my opinion, the panel's upside down because all the letters are. But right there, you get looks like it's 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. Another HDMI right there on the motherboard. If you ever looked at this, if you're ever wondering why you see so many outputs and then there's a separate one, this particular HDMI right here is actually on the motherboard itself, i.e. why it's closer to the USBs and the Ethernet and all that. These ones are on the actual graphics card, just to give you a base idea. I mean, so kind of bang for your buck. If you're looking at this, $1,300, that's kind of going to be about where you are. I mean, you're at $1,000 minimum to get like a really good PC. But if you're looking for something a little more bang for your buck, you're gonna end up skimping on some parts. Like this is a decent graphics card to get you in. Again, you got the i7, so That's what I would say on that. Again, as you guys are stopping in, feel free to drop any of your questions in the chat. Anything talking gaming, tech, streaming related. Check out the social media down below so that you can see when we go live. Specifically on Amazon Live, we go on live here 2 p.m. every day for the rest of this month. Make sure you follow the social media just in case something happens, something comes up. We want to be able to spread it to you and let you know what's going on. You're seeing. Appreciate you stopping in. If you're on the YouTube side, make sure that you like this video and subscribe. If you're on the Amazon side, make sure that you hit the follow button. If you're on desktop or laptop, hover over the video. Follow will appear in the top left. If you're on mobile, tap the video one time and follow will appear down below. Let's see. So next up is going to be, what's up, Moses? Next computer we're going to check out, again, this is another computer that Amazon recommended, so that's why I picked it, to kind of see what they're recommending, to see if their recommendations are worth it. Let's see, let's pop it in the chat, and let's pop it in the window and see. Boom. All right, cool. So this one up is the iBuyPower. This one is the iBuyPower Gaming PC. If you're not familiar, iBuyPower is just kind of it's a company that literally they sell the parts and they'll put it together for you. They've been in the game a while, so it's possible to. They're pretty good on the recommendation side. They usually make budget friendly PCs. Again, even as you're looking at this one, you're still right closer to 1,000. So that's why I say 800 is going to be kind of the minimum that you can spend on a decent PC setup. And again, that's before you even get a monitor or anything like that in there. Usually you're going to be about $1,000, $1,500 to get a pretty good build. So this one falls right in the middle of that. You're at $1,249 with this one. But let's dive into the specs and see, is it worth it? Is this particular PC worth it? Starting out, we're going to be looking at, again, the graphics card. So we're at the Intel i7, 2.9 gigahertz. Cool. So we're in the i7. So again, i5 is minimum, i7 recommended, i9 is a killer system. So that gets you right in there. The 2.9 is going to be a little lower on the i7 side. But again, it'll get you in the game. As we're looking, again, this one has actually the same graphics card as the one we just looked at, the 2060. So you can kind of see how they relate together price-wise, let's see. And then 16 gigs of RAM. Again, that's the recommended. As always, though, 8 is the minimum, 16 recommended, 32 it's killer. And then it has the dual hard drive like we were talking about before, where you're getting 48 on your SSD. So your boot time will be faster. You'll turn on faster. And then 2 terabytes of actual hard drive space, which is, a ton. So if you're doing video editing, video gameplay and all that, that's a bunch of space. Let's see, Sharon said, how can I get my gaming PC to provide sound? I plug in and no sound. I have a mixing board hooked up, but I can't get sound. I have iBuyPower OC. So mainly on there, you're going to have to look to see if you click on your speaker at the bottom of your computer, it should give you options for what sound cards it sees. Because in theory, all these motherboards come with a base sound card, so you should at least be able to get sound out of that. But if you go to, you can't see my whole screen, but if you click basically this speaker right here, everything that's hooked up should be right in here. So like for me, you see all of my TVs that I have hooked up, and then that's what I'm using. But yours would probably be like the Realtek digital output or something like that. So you have to see whichever one comes with your computer. You should just be able to click on it there, and then your audio should come out of that. So sweet. Hopefully that answered that question. Let me know if you got another follow up to that. But that's the base way to get it out. Because part of it is going to be if you have a mixing board hooked up. I'm not sure what mixing board you have hooked up to it and how you have it hooked up. It's very possible that it's looking at the mixing board as an audio card. So that's what I would say on it. Let's see. Sweet, sweet. Mozzie said, any thoughts on gaming with the new M1 machines, Mac Mini, MacBook Pro? Man, you know it's funny. I was looking at that because I saw on their website they were. I wonder if Amazon got any videos of it because I saw on the Amazon. I saw on their website they were trying to advertise it that they were better on gaming. I think part of the problem is going to be currently is uh most of the games currently right now. I'm trying to pull it up while I'm looking. Most of the games right now are like built to talk to the PC, and it's a little easier to connect. So I'm really wondering how, even though they kind of up the graphics on it, if it will be competitive. I think the problem they're going to run into is they can't. I don't feel like they can really compete in the gaming space just because they're not in it per se. You know what I mean? Let me see if they got one of the new Mac Minis. What's up, Tools Electro and DIY? That's what I've been hearing, man. I've been on the fence about wanting to pick one up. Yeah, Nick says he has one Pro, the MacBook. I've been debating on picking one up to maybe possibly switch over my streaming setup. I'm not fully sold on it. Yeah, but you play on your PlayStation. Yeah, I think that's the one thing that's going to be. I'm trying to find what I was looking at because I was actually looking at. I think it might have been on the Apple website where they were trying to show off that it was in the gaming now. Yeah, and see, that's what it was. Like, I only switched, for Tools Electro DIY. So it's a must buy if you're a Mac person. And what it was, I was a Mac person for so long because of DJing, audio production. I literally only got back into PC for gaming. But now I'm kind of sold on it. You know what I mean? MacBook Air, nice. See, that's what but I've been thinking. I've been on the fence about getting the Mac, the M1, the Mini, so that I can again for the studio setup instead of buying another whole gaming desktop. I'm just not fully sold on it yet. I'm not super duper sold on it yet. 8-core GPU up to 6x because one of my things, fanless 18-hour battery life. What the world? What? That's crazy. 18 hours. I can't get 18 hours out of my phone. Yeah. Nick said the same thing. Battery life is amazing, unheard of. That's pretty. Yeah. I don't even have words for that. That's pretty crazy. But man, I'm just so torn. Cause even on here, okay, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. To see it to believe it. Yeah, I definitely would have to see that to believe that, man. That's just hard to believe. Like I said, I mean, cause how many years the phone? He said add it to the carousel. Hey, you gotta tell me twice. Put that joke on the. Let me find that real quick. Apple M1. Bro. For everybody just jumping in, if you're unsure, man, we're just talking about gaming PCs. And the question came in the chat asking what I thought about the M1, the Mac's new processing chip when it comes to gaming. And I just find it hard. I just don't think they're going to be able to switch enough people over for it to make a difference. Maybe because the other thing is I wonder how many games are going to actually be available. You know what I mean? Let's see, 4X gaming performance, previous generation. And then look, all right, so even in this, right? So cool. And look, I keep going out here because I don't want it to be like I'm a Mac hater. I enjoyed Macs for so long. Mainly because, I mean, again, I was a DJ, audio production. Like, that's where I started at. So I was a Mac through and through. I did not have a PC at all. I had iPhone. Like, I was not about it. And then gaming is what brought me back to PC because, I mean, Macs just weren't built for it. And so, which always amazed me because if you're built for video production and so you need a graphics card, like great video, how could you be great at editing video but not playing it? And it just always baffled me. But even here, when you're looking at these specs, like, okay, Shadow of Tomb Raider, right? Mac Mini with Apple M1 chip. 4X faster game performance, right? But guess what? It's comparing it against itself. It's not comparing it against, an actual NVIDIA graphics card. Like, I wonder if this is even a thing. Like, what do we, both AMD Radeon in the benchmark test by a massive lot? I mean, it's saying it beats them. 130 frames per second. 1050 Ti. All right, so look at this though. But then when we're talking about what they're comparing it to, 8-core CPU, they're comparing it to, where'd it go? Right here. You're comparing it to a 1050 Ti. That's not a great I mean, that's a lower end card. Let's see. 1050 Ti. Look, this is what you're talking about. You're talking about a card that only does 54 frames per second on Fortnite or 44 on Grand Theft Auto. Like, it's not, you're not comparing it to the top of the line. I think that's where we get into this, misconception. Like, so that's what I mean. Monty, I appreciate you bringing that question up, man, because now doing more research, like, I just don't think they're there yet. Would I still, I'm on the fence, right? Because would I spend all the money on a Mac or would I just soup up a PC? Right now, the point that I'm in, I would soup up a PC super crazy and use it for editing. You know what I'm saying? That's just, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So appreciate you dropping that in there. Nick said he's gonna get a 4K Elgato capture card and streaming the video games from the consoles themselves. Keep in mind you can still use mouse and keyboard on PlayStation for the FPS. Yeah, and I mean, and look, totally agree with you. Am I sold on? Could I use an M1 for the streaming computer? Yeah, I could probably use the M1 for a streaming computer. I would not use it for the gaming computer. Like, by no means. No means would I make it the gaming computer. And so I think that's what has me kind of, I think that's what I'm kind of torn on is stream on it, sure. I would not game on it. Yeah, definitely, Nick. I agree. Nick says the gaming arena is still dominated by PCs. Absolutely. Max got a long way to go. But honestly, if we're talking about it, like, I don't think they should compete in that. Yeah, there's a lot more gamers and all that, but I wouldn't compete in that arena. That's not something I would step in. But again, they're Apple, so who knows what they're trying to do. What's up, Rabo? I mean, honestly, look. If we're gonna even do that, like, hey, mobile gaming, like the mobile gaming is becoming such a crazy thing, right? Like, there are streamers that are literally their whole stream is mobile gaming. Man, what's this dude's name? iFerg, I think it is. Plays Call of Duty Mobile, and I'm pretty sure he's playing on an iPhone, if I'm not mistaken. But like, if mobile gaming's the way, and you already got a beast in your iPhone, why not just push that? Hey, mobile game is the way. Don't worry about getting that PC. Come get this mobile game and get this iPhone and play your mobile games on it. Because the processing power they're going to give you on that is, stupid. Like, stupid right now. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I stand. So, appreciate that. Just kind of reset real quick just for everybody. Just jumping into the live stream if you don't know who I am. My name is Chris Giles. We're talking aka DJ Mastermind. We talk everything tech, gaming, and streaming related right here on Amazon Live. And today we featured in our YouTube fam to watch in. So we appreciate you guys. If this is your first time, make sure that you hit that follow button on the Amazon side. Hover over the video and you'll see follow in the top left. If you're on mobile, tap the video one time and follow will appear down below. If you're on the YouTube side, make sure you guys hit that follow or like and subscribe button. Not follow. I play Arch Hero on the iPhone. Amazing. Arch Hero. I'm going to have to check that out. Wish I had a pin right here. I'm actually about to... Monty said the lower thirds. Hey, you know what's funny, man? I made those. I made those in Canva. I'm getting it on, man. I'm trying to make the world know that I'm a professional at this. I may have started out an audio guy, but I can do the video with the best of them. Archero. Oh yeah, I played this. Yep. I played the Archero on the phone. That's dope. That's pretty dope. My next thing, man, I actually thought about because I'm trying to get more in the not more in the gaming because I game, but get more into streaming. And one of the things that I noticed, I was trying to see if Amazon Live will let me do a screen share directly on here, or if I have to do it through my software. Because that's one of the things. Because Facebook Live or Facebook Gaming allows you to, I can actually stream directly from my phone. So if I play a mobile game, I can play from my phone and stream it directly, like my screen. So that's pretty cool. Um, tight. That was a fun segue. I like that. Sweet. Let's check it out. So again, today, if you're just jumping in, Dylan, what's up, man? Thanks for the follow. Truly appreciate that. If you're just tuning in, again, what we're talking about today, we were looking some Valentine's Day for that gamer live streaming in your life. Today we were talking about the PCs. We started off talking about the PCs, got on a little Mac rant to see if they compete in the gaming arena. And my opinion currently is no. I'm going to say they're not a competition. They should stick with the video. And again, I'm not a Mac hater by no means. I own a Mac. Um, and I mean, again, I use them for DJing. I got a 11-year-old Mac that I use, 11-year-old MacBook Pro that I use. So they're workhorses and they're beasts and they're good at what they do. I think they should stick to doing what they do though. Sweet. So the first one we're looking at one of the iBuy Powers. Here's another one I want to check out just because it is a little more. You save a few $100 on it. So again, we're trying to see if these PCs are worth it. These particular PCs I pulled up are ones that Amazon recommends. Jake, appreciate that follow, man. Thank you guys. Again, as you guys stopping in, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We're talking everything tech, gaming, and streaming related. So I know you can't find one this low, but is there a gaming PC for like under 350? uh, maybe like an iPhone 5. Oh man, 350 is hard, bro. What do you play? Because that could also be the thing. Like that would be the other question. It's probably horrible to say on this stream, right? I've been looking at this service called Shadow. And so one of the things that you can do, right? I'm not even sure if I can find a computer for under 350, to be perfectly honest. A computer under 3. Now you got me wondering. Now I'm going to look, you know that, right? Like Fortnite, COD, Valorant, that crap. Let's see. Because my first thing is, I don't think I can find a computer under 350. Ooh, found one for 312. All right. Let me tell you, man, that joint got a CD-ROM drive. What the world? I didn't even know those were still sold. So let's do this. Ooh, what's that? Was that an actual PC or is that just a case? Nope, just a case. All right, so let's look up PCs. We won't look up gaming. We won't put gaming. We're just going to put computers, right? He said it's not enough for the shell. No, I just found one. I found a shell for $60. So now we got something to put it in. Look, I'm getting creative. I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all this creativeness I got for you. So, no, I'm going to say no that you won't get a computer that actually calls itself a gaming computer. What I'm going to say you can do, though, is that you get a computer, right? I don't know anything about this computer. I'm just click on it. Just, yeah, bro, a CD-ROM. It actually said a DVD-RW. I didn't know people still burned disc, but apparently they still do. No, I was looking to see if it had a floppy drive, like, you know, the actual floppies. Old school. Tape ministry, man. You know what it is. Yo, all right. You got this laptop. I have no clue who this company is. I have no clue about this, right? The Chewy, right? You got the Chewy Hero Book. It's $349, right? This is where I'm going to tell you to go now. Then you go to Shadow. And you go pay them $12 a month. And then you got a laptop. And you got an online thing to use to do your high-end PC gaming. So it's gonna be crazy. I forgot the part that I forgot the fact that I'm on YouTube too, so I'm hoping they don't like kick my stream off when I play other videos. Totally forgot about that. See that? Boom. Get your $350 laptop. You probably do this on a Chromebook, but I wouldn't recommend because they're too small. Boom. Here you go. Hey, Monty, this fixes the problem, man. You get an M1, and then you buy the subscription, and then you can play on your Mac. Word. That's what I've been looking at, yo. I've been checking that out. I'm kind of interested. I actually am gonna give them $12 so I can just try it. I don't need it, obviously, but like I just want to try it because I'm interested and I want to make videos about it. Right now, I'm sitting on a Dell with a Radeon PX 580 series and an Intel Core TM. Is that a laptop or desktop? That's kind of old, man. He said 17479 Intel R Core. Yeah, man. I just feel like at 350, man, it's gonna be super duper hard. At 350, I feel like it's gonna be super duper hard. So again, my opinion is honestly, I will keep saving because to get even a decent gaming computer, you're talking about. He said, "No, I was joking." Hey, look, I'm trying to help everybody, man. Get 350. Spend that 350 and buy a year worth of Shadow and just play on the laptop you got. That's hilarious. He was challenging me. Hey, you see, I'm gonna make it happen, man. I got a solution for almost everything. I don't really. I love that. I appreciate the challenge. But now y'all gonna make me. It's gonna be a real challenge. Like I'm gonna have to do a video about it. Be like, what's the cheapest? Oh, I can sell you one off Wish. I was just watching Linus Linus Tech Tips. I watched one of his old videos. He was making one off of Wish. I mean, it'll take you 6 months to get all the parts, but it might be 350. Word. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Again, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Talking everything tech, gaming, streaming related. Next computer up on the block. First of all, this Chowie Hero book. How do we even find that? I think I just 250. That's crazy. It's kind of crazy too how expensive computers are getting, even for a regular, like nothing crazy. Like it's $350 for that computer, and I'm like, what does it do though? My phone has more power than that, so why would I get that? You know? Yo, he got me. He got me. Hey, but I see, I didn't stutter in the challenge. I was like, I'm gonna show. We gonna look, cause hey, if it's one for $350, I might get that. Just add it to the list. Be like, hey, I got this, guys, and it actually works, bro. So funny, so funny. Let's see what up. Next up, we have. I'm not even sure if I've been highlighting these things at the bottom. There we go. This is the other iBuy Power we were looking at. This one. I mean, cool. Of course, cool if you guys are into the RGB, which I obviously am. I got lights everywhere. Again, where we started at again, and this is how we try to make it really, really simple for you guys. We're not trying to overcomplicate it. We're not looking at all these, right? I'm trying to give you the base top level things to look for when you're building or looking for a computer. This one again, it's gonna have the i7, which again is the recommended. Again, minimum is i5, recommended i7, killer is i9. What you're gonna run into on this one, though, as you can tell, is it has a lower graphics card. It still has the 6 gigs of graphics processing, but it's a 1660 Ti. Let's see. I think the other one we were looking at was a. I'm trying to remember. What was the other one we were looking at? Was it a? I think it was a. It wasn't a 2080 because I had a 2080. I think it was a 2060, if I'm not mistaken. So about the 240, you know. So it's gonna be a little bit lower than that. But again, look at you. You're talking 1660. Man, you're still at 120, 93. You know, that's still a good one. You're saying the computer I'm looking at now is the one you have, Sharon? That's crazy. Just happened to pick it. My friend had an office laptop and was trying to run OBS, Steam, Fortnite, Valorant, and all his school. Bro, how that thing make it a year? I got crazy specs on this desktop, man. If I throw Fortnite and OBS on at the same time, I kept getting on the computer trying to figure out why I was dragging, and it was just because I had Origin. I had the Origin games. Uh, it was like sleep in the background, and it was taking up too much too much speed. Like it's crazy. Like I keep looking at it my CPU right now, and it keeps saying overloaded. This joint's pushing 80%, but it's because I got Chrome open while doing my streaming software. While well, that's it. Just the streaming software in Chrome. I actually need to look at because this isn't really using that much GPU. It's using a lot of CPU, which is interesting. 50 frames, and he was still proud, bro. I mean, whatever it takes, right? At least you're gaming. But what's crazy to think about that, Dylan, is that like we're saying, he's like, oh, 50 was nice. But if you be like, man, we used to play on some horrible stuff. Like you ever go back and watch videos of stuff you played, even 5 years ago. And you be like, how did I even see this? It's like, oh, I remember watching like videos that you find on YouTube of like music videos from the like 90s. And you're like, why is it so grainy? I can't even. How did you watch this every single day of your life and not go blind? It's the craziest thing to me. That's the computer I have. Hey, Monty, Sharon said you could do a video on bootstrapping with the subscription. That's hilarious. Bro. Yeah, the Acer Helio. Yeah. I remember we were talking about that, man. The laptop fans are stupid loud, though. I'm trying to think of what this one. I got a Dell, and the fan itself is not super loud, but I ended up putting like a little cooler unit on the side to like pull more air out, and that kind of gets a little loud. But I'm trying to save that computer. But I'm trying to be like you, man. Trying to be like you. Go and get that. But see, you don't even game on your laptop, so you like, you could go ahead and get the. You can go ahead and get an M1. You had to switch from I forgot I forgot what it was called now that you stream with. Tag. What did I lost it. I can see an enemy all the way across the map, but he can't see an enemy point blank. Yo, man, I was sitting here playing, right? I'm playing in this setup, and like I have a gaming, like I have a, what is this? It's an LG 1 millisecond response time. I don't know, not even 240 refresh, some crazy refresh, not the newest, maybe a year and a half old, something, right? And I'm playing on my PC, playing Fortnite, and they literally next to me. My other monitors are literally just like cheap 32 inches, like $80, $100, 32 inch. I got my daughter playing with me. She's playing Fortnite on her screen, but we're playing together. And so I'm like running, playing. And I look over at her screen to like tell her where somebody was, and then I had to like squint. I'm like, and she's playing on Xbox One. And I was like, first of all, how did I not know that the Xbox One, which to me, how many? I don't even know how many years old the Xbox One is. Like I could not like it was just blocky, and I'm like, this is crazy. And it was at like max settings. And then it made me go, well, why would anybody want a console? I just feel like a PC is always, crisper. Like I still want an Xbox One X just cause, but I like it. You got the M1. I look forward to hearing about it. I know you're gonna do a video about it. I look forward to hearing about it though. Are you gonna switch to look now you got me wondering, are you gonna switch to Ecamm, man? Or are you gonna stick with your why am I having such a hard time remembering what you use? Whichever streaming software you use right now, you gonna stick with that or you gonna go check out Ecamm? They had me on the fence of looking at M1, like the Mac Mini, because everybody we were around uses Ecamm. For those of you not familiar, I know I'm just kind of ranting, talking to people that I know in the chat, but like Ecamm, so there's all the different streaming softwares that you can use to actually like live stream your content. So whatever you're using, like currently right now we're coming to Amazon Live. I got YouTube on the other side, and I'm using a software called vMix. And I also use a software called Restream, which is a web-based software. But vMix is PC only. There's one called Ecamm, which is Mac only. And I just happen to be in this community of, which is interesting because on my gaming side, everybody's PC. In that Wirecast, that's what it was. But then on that side, everybody is using Ecamm. And so I'm like, man, all these people are using Ecamm. Like, should I jump into it just because now I'm in this community? But like, I always like being the eyeball out. Like, I don't want to use it. I mostly don't want to use it just because everybody around me is using it, to be perfectly honest. You know. And then I want to do videos about vMix, and maybe I'll be the vMix guy, and then I'll switch everybody over to vMix. But I'm like you, yeah. I definitely want to learn it. What's up, Alicia Way, superstar in the house over here on the YouTube. Trying to be like you when I grow up. I'm trying to see how much. Trying to see how many followers and streamers I got to get on your show, man, so I can be like you when I grow up. I appreciate you jumping in, but yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about that Ecamm life. I loaded it up when we were doing that one test when we were testing with somebody, and it seemed cool. But if you ever know, like when you're used to using one thing, it's hard to switch. And so it didn't flow the same way that I use vMix. And vMix, I do live. So for those of you that are just meeting me, it's your first time in. Like I come from a live event space, so I was doing live production and video, audio and video. And vMix works like the live event. It works like a live switcher to me. Versus like Ecamm, they made it so it's easy for anybody to use, and I always get stumped up on that. I got the Mac Mini, so I can learn the Mac streaming side now. We all these web-based streaming platforms. We finally don't need to spend $30K on a Mac, bro. Who are you telling? I literally just paid for Restream, and now that's what I'm trying to figure out now is like how much stuff I want to do in Restream versus here. Like on the Amazon side, I felt like it was hard. Like I got to stream from vMix because my Restream, I guess when I hit stream, it's sending too much to Amazon Live, so I had to send it from vMix, which obviously I can change in vMix. So it's like all this crazy stuff. Let's just say, nah, that's you, superstar. Hello, nah, man, I ain't got no famous people on my show. All those followers, all that music. Monty said you're supposed to be on the Amazon Live side. What you doing over on YouTube? Yeah, I got all the stars in my chat today. Appreciate you guys all taking the time out to chat it up. Again, if you just tuning in today, we were just talking about getting that perfect gaming gift for the Valentine in your life. We were talking about how we don't want candy and all that. There's a gamer or a streamer in your life that needs a piece of tech gear. And so for this week and next week, we're going to be talking about all the possible gifts. Today, we started off talking about some PCs that Amazon was mentioning, so we were looking through to see if they were actually worth what they're being charged. And then we got into some healthy back and forth about the Mac and PC, so it's pretty fun. I love it. I love it. If you're on the Amazon Live side and it's your first time here, make sure you hit that follow button. Hover over the video. Follow will appear in the top left. If you're on mobile, tap the video one time. Follow will appear on bottom right. If you're on the YouTube side, make sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Let's see that my friend's Mac. Dylan said one of my friend's dad said that my friend's Mac has better graphics than any PC. But look, when you get into that Mac conversation, Valentine's Day tech, I love that. When you get to that conversation, like, the Macs have great graphics, but it's just, to me, it's the internals of what they're built to do. You know what I mean? Like, they're built to, I'm not even sure if I'm too far from the mic. I've been watching my audio meters. Um, like the inners, man, they're just built to do two different things, in my personal opinion. Um, so that's where you end up running into is that, right? See, I ain't gonna say all that, man. Depending on what kind of phone your grandma got. Yo, this is crazy. I don't even know if y'all have ever seen it and how old y'all are. But in the '90s, there was a reggae star named Sean Paul, and he would say there's a part in his song where they was banging, and the guy came downstairs, stop beating on the furnace. That's how I feel right now. Right now, like literally, it's annoying me, and I rarely get annoyed, and like all I hear is just banging, banging right above my head. Like I just want to take a stick, and just do the. But I'm not sure if y'all can hear it, but it's funny. I know I shouldn't get distracted. That's part of the live streaming, right? But that's how you know it's live because I couldn't get everybody to be quiet. Now I feel like I got to soundproof this whole room. But appreciate that. Let's see who we stop at. So last thing we were looking at was this I buy computer. We already kind of covered this when we talked about the graphics card. We talked about we did not get to the storage on it. It has 240 gig SSD, which is great for getting your computer booted up, which is the start of everything. And then a terabyte on the back end. Again, just keep in mind what you're saving on there. But for here, I think to get us to $1,000, because what was the other one? Yeah, the other one was $1,249. To get us to the $1,000, we drop down on the graphics card, and then we drop down on the memory on the SSD. Which again, for $1,000, that gets you into the game. That gets you in the gameplay. 1660 Ti. We looked at it. We're on that side, so we're looking. I mean, you're still getting. First of all, every time I see a CS:GO frames per second rating, this is crazy to me because it's always super high no matter what graphics card you use. I can't. It baffles me. I'm like, are the graphics that poor? Dylan said, "Do you play Fortnite?" I absolutely play Fortnite. Yeah, I do. Do you? Now you got me wondering. Because, there's always two types of people when they ask that question about Fortnite. It's the people that are like, ew, why do you play Fortnite? And it's the, absolutely, Fortnite's the greatest. It's always two sides to that coin. Wait, I'm ready to see which way that one's going to flip for us. We back in here. What's up, Nick? Sweet. So that's the iBuyPower. Again, they recommend a lot of iBuyPower stuff. Trying to see if there was actually a decent one to check that wasn't the iBuyPower. Oh man, there's a cyber power that kind of looks the same. It says VR, so because it says VR, I'm gonna look at it because the price does not say VR to me. So I'm actually kind of interested now. I'm intrigued, super intrigued. I also have this secondhand conundrum. My secondhand conundrum is right. So I'm streaming. I'm on this 28 days of live streaming. Right. I'm gonna be streaming for 28 days straight. Specifically, I'll definitely be here on Amazon Live. I'm playing with my other channels. I literally have. I don't even know how many other channels I got. I got 2 YouTube channels. I got my Facebook gaming. Twitch is on the back end, but I do have those. And so right now in this moment, I'm like, do I leave? People, I'm like, do I leave my Amazon live stream up and keep talking to you guys? Because I kind of love it on this side. And then just start up my other chats. And then I end up leaving YouTube because that's not my gaming channel on YouTube currently that we're on. But I end up firing up all of my gaming channels. But just keep Amazon Live going. I don't know. Should I stay on Amazon Live? It's a meme to hate on Fortnite. It makes me sad. People bully me for it, but I don't care. Hey, man, I'm with you. I love Fortnite. I play Fortnite. It's one of those things where like I don't play it because it's popular. I play it because I actually enjoy it. So I feel you. That's why I always laugh when people ask. As soon as people ask, I'm like, which side of the coin are you on? Do you hate Fortnite or do you love it? Is it everything that you ever dreamed of? So that's super funny. Let's see. We were checking out this this cyber. My bad. I yawned on the stream. That's horrible. So So sweet. One of the things I gotta check out, this particular PC that we pulled up now, the reason I pulled it up honestly was because one, I need to put my audio meters so I can actually see them. Probably need to get a different device so that my audio meters are in front of me and I can know instead of having to look at the screen. So this particular one, I wanted to pick it as last minute. You know, this thing said VR, and I was like, well, what does it have in it that it thinks it can do VR? So I'm interested. Gamer Extreme VR gaming PC. It has an i5, which again, i5 is on the minimum side. Like you can get away with i5. What I'm gonna say though is the i7 is recommended. Again, i9 is killer. So i5 gets the job done. I'm not gonna hate on it, but you know. NVIDIA GeForce. We got the 1660. We were looking at the Ti originally. So let's look at this one just to see what the 1660. It's kind of amazing because it says VR, but I didn't know that the 1660 could do VR. Looks like they rank about the same as far as benchmarks. Oh, they're literally. What's the point of the Ti then if they're the exact same? Oh, I'm tripping. Tripping. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce your name. I'm gonna call you SS because I don't want to ruin it. This PC is not worth the price as a 9400, which is a really low gigahertz. Yeah, that's what I was trying to look at too. Because what got me about this particular one, the fact that it even said VR gaming, like nothing about this, the specs on this say VR gaming to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but the specs do not scream VR. What do we? Oh, we're looking at the 1660. I mean, yeah, you're talking about 220 again. CS:GO. I don't know what it is about CS:GO. I feel like I need to play it to see how if these graphics are that simple. That again, killer. 72, 83. So again, 1660 is a little less. It's at 61st rank. But yeah, man, I agree with SS. Like, I'm a little on the side of like, how did this become a VR setup? Again, 8 gigs of RAM. Again, that's minimum, but like, I still want 16. Maybe I don't understand how VR works. Apparently, I'm just not sure how this could, or maybe VR in this situation means something totally different. Does VR not mean what I think it means? Am I tripping? Am I thinking the wrong thing? Sweet. Oh, what's up, Naeem? I feel you. I don't know either. To be perfectly honest, I think you got to like do it in your profile or something. That's crazy. But I'm telling the, hey, look, I'm telling I'm agreeing with you. I don't think it can do it. Well, see, and that's what makes it crazy, right? Because look, you're saying 1200, right? This computer right here that I was talking about was 1,000. So for everybody need help with the simple math. It's only 1,000. It's 1,000, and it came with an i7, came with a 1660 Ti, and 16 gigs of RAM. Why would I pay? I don't get why I would pay, an extra $169. People might, yeah. I think it's interesting. I don't know. I played PR. I played VR on the PS4. I don't even know. Does the PS5 even have VR? I played VR on the PS4. When it was first a big thing, and it was pretty cool. But it was just like, yeah, yeah, and a cheaper one, right? Like that's crazy. So money, bang, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty interesting though. It's got me baffled a little bit. I'd be honest. I'll be totally honest. Truth. Another PC would be better for VR. The one with the 1070 is actually a good deal. The next PC is better and cheaper. The 9400 is terrible. Shade on. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. That's what's crazy. But that's what makes me look at these sometimes because a lot of people don't even get it. They don't even know what to look at. They're just like, oh yeah, they said gaming PC. You know what I mean? And so that's why I try to keep up with it to let everybody know the options. So, ooh, yeah. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody stopping out. I appreciate you guys. All right. So what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna see how well this goes. This transition. This is a test, and it's only a test. So if it fails miserably, it was only a test. All right. But we did good today. The stream was great today. Yeah. Naeem, thanks for the follow. Again, if you're on the Amazon side, this is your first time checking in, you don't know me. I'm Chris Giles, aka DJ Mastermind. Talk everything tech and gaming and streaming related on this channel. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you hover over the video, hit the top left. Follow. If you're on mobile, tap the video one time. Follow will appear down below. This is what we're about to test. I'm gonna leave Amazon going. I wanna kick it with you guys a little bit longer. Everybody on my YouTube side, I appreciate you guys stopping out. If you want to come kick it with me a little bit longer, Robert Miller, I appreciate the follow. If you guys want to kick it with me a little bit longer, I'm actually going to jump into some Fortnite, some gameplay. I appreciate you, Nick, for coming and checking out. I'll be over on the Amazon side and hopefully opening up. The goal is I'm going to be opening up my Facebook gaming and my Twitch and what's my other thing? My YouTube gaming. So I'm about to open those up. You know? So I'm about to open that up. So everybody on my YouTube side, I'm about to cut it. Thanks you guys for checking it out. If you want to jump in, top link in the description should be to my Amazon Live to check it out. Or all my other links are down below, so you should be able to find me. Appreciate you guys. Nick, I'll catch you on the next one. Sharon, Alicio, thank you guys for stopping in. So let's drop that. So we're going to drop let's see how this goes. So we're going to drop that stream. Dylan said, Tropical Night. Check him out on Twitch. Cousin's account, he got Prime, so our whole family. I got it. Yeah, I feel you. That's what happened. That's the only thing about this one is you can't change it. It like links it to whatever name's on the account. That makes sense. I feel you. I got 1,000 to spend. Best Fortnite computer. Currently, if you had 1,000, I mean, the best computer is the one that actually is highlighted right now. To be perfectly honest, that's what we're looking through today. Nick came back. I appreciate you coming over to the Amazon Live side. All right, let me see if this works, guys. All right. So I'm gonna kill the stream.